Okay everybody, been trying to get this video out for quite a while now. This is my 2024 Ranger Raptor. Wanted to get some video of some of the upgrades that I've done so far to it. Nothing really performance as of now, more of cosmetic, some functional, some of them just my own little touch that I like on the vehicle. I got this, picked it up April 13th of this year. I ordered it in July of 2023, so it took about 10 months for this to come in. So first thing I would like to do is a little disclaimer that any other vehicles you see in my driveway are not Fords, they're not Rangers, they're not performance vehicles, they're the vehicles of my family members. So please do not hold that against me when looking at the Raptor truck. So I'm going to skip the basics of what the vehicle brings. There's dozens of videos on YouTube about that, and all over forums, what the truck does, what it has, the specs on it. So basically what it was is just for me to give you an idea of the things that I've done to the vehicle. If I can, I'll try to mention where I got them from while I'm doing the walk around. And if not, I'll try to put as many links as I can to what the things that I purchased for the vehicle so far. So I've given you the dates already on the vehicle. So first thing I'd like to do is just tell you what I got on it. So it's a standard Raptor. I did not do the upgraded wheels. I did do the graphics package. I've seen where some people just do the Raptor lettering. It looks kind of plain, and I've seen where people actually take them off and it looks just pretty much like a regular Ford pickup truck. So I do think that the graphics look nice. You know, it's a little bit pricey, but you know, Ford does put them on the right way. Everything's lined up correctly. So I did do the graphics package. The other thing I did was I got the door lock, the keypad for the door lock, which was a very inexpensive upgrade. And I did the mud flaps here. That was, I don't know, $100 or something like that. And then I went and I did the spray-in bed liner. So this is not the drop-in, it's the spray-in. My last Ranger truck I had was the drop-in liner. I had leased that vehicle, so I didn't want to spend extra money on the spray-in bed liner, but to me the spray-in bed liner is definitely worth it. The first two things I got on the vehicle are things that people would automatically assume that I got at as an aftermarket, which they are aftermarket, but I actually had the dealer install these. The first thing is this retractable cover, tonneau cover. This particular one is the Retrax 1 XR. So realtrucks.com has these listed. The Retrax has two different main covers for the Raptor. One is called the 1, the other's called the Pro, and then each one has an XR and an MX. The XR means it has these little tracks here that you can add other pieces of, for lack of a better word, I guess, you know, where you have your bike racks and ladder racks, anything else you want to put. So they have the little slide H tracks on there. Those would be the XR. The MX, the Pro, and the 1 of the MX would just be without the tracks. The Pro model has a little bit, take a little picture of that. They have wider slats on them and they are made to hold more weight. I think this one is a couple hundred pounds, and I don't think I'm going to be putting anything more heavy on there. I actually like the look of the smaller slats on this, which is, again, this is the 1, Retrax 1. The other thing I had the dealer install was this Black Horse. I guess you can call it a Baja bar or something else. I just like the way it looked. I mean, there's several different ones, but the accessory parts person at Ford, he did the research on it before I picked up the vehicle and said that he could make this cover fit with this bar. So I liked it because it has the red decal on it. The brake light is hooked up with the wire. And the other thing I like about it is if I want to put lights on there later, it has the little slots on the top that you can put your lights on there and mount them. So those were the things that I got on the vehicle the day I picked it up. Those things were on there already. As soon as I got the vehicle, about a week later, I went to a local shop here. They are on Facebook. They support a lot of the performance groups, Mustang groups, and the place is called Tin House Customs, and I'll put the link to that place down there below. Ben and Jess are the owners of this place, and they do an awesome job. So the first thing I did was take it over, and they did the ceramic coating on the entire vehicle. They put a clear ceramic tint on the windshield for heat reduction, and then they tinted all 4 of my windows for me with the actual shaded tint, but they're also ceramic film, so it lets out, it takes out most of the heat. So it's not just a light barrier, it's also a heat barrier. The front here, under this light, I'll go over that light in a little bit. That was covered with paint protection film. And the Tin House Customs, almost all of their products, I believe all of them, but I know if not all of them, most of them, it's Expel, which is an excellent company. And I'm going to back up real quick here and just give you an idea how great this ceramic coating is. So I wash this truck once every week or 2 weeks, so it's not washed often. You can see today it's an overcast day, which is why I decided to shoot the video. The lighting's just much better. But the ceramic coating, it just does something to the vehicle in terms of protection. As I said, I hardly ever wash the vehicle, and it's out in this sunny South Florida in the driveway. It's not a garage kept vehicle. I don't drive it that much, but it is outside all the time. And just to give you an idea, I haven't washed this for about a week, and you can see how the water's beating, and I have this blower. I'm just going to show you how easily this water comes off of this. And they even did ceramic coating on the plastic and on my bed cover. So again, this is a vehicle that's kept out in the sun, not washed that often, and the ceramic coating just makes a huge difference. And when you do the ceramic coating, when the car is new, a lot of the cost of the ceramic coating, it's not just the ceramic coating itself, it's the labor. And the reason the labor is a lot of money is you need to do a paint correction to make sure there's no scratches, any impurities, anything on the paint is removed before applying the ceramic coating. And when you go and you bring a new vehicle there's a lot less that needs to be done in terms of correction, so that saves you a lot of money in terms of labor on ceramic. Let's see. Immediately we put on this Ford Performance sticker. This is from a place called Lethal Performance. It's local down here in Florida. I had somebody email me and say that they called Lethal and they said they don't make a Ford Performance window sticker. And I think maybe they were asking if it's specifically made for the Ranger Raptor. When you find a listing for this, it doesn't say it's for the Ranger Raptor, but obviously you can put on any vehicle. I like the red and white of the lettering, and it matches the lettering on the graphics inside of the engine bay. So while we're on the engine bay, pop this open, and if you notice anything, here's the Ford Performance logo that comes on it. This is one of the things that I got upgraded. Immediately have these stickers on there peeling off. I'm just going to take those off. I like the red. These are hood struts, which everyone has a performance vehicle. The first thing they ask is, why would you make a performance vehicle with a ugly hood prop that gets in the way, takes a little extra work to get on there. This is from a place called Indie Carbon. I believe that's the name. I'm going to put the links for that. So that's what I did. I put the hood struts on them, and they were simple, real easy to put on. They give you a video on their website. It's not an American company, so you can reach out to them on Facebook, on Messenger, and they're on the other side of the world, so the times might be a little bit different, but the owner of that place will message you right away, give you all the specifics, pricing, how long it takes. I actually got them in a few days, which I was really surprised, coming from overseas. But the hood struts are a great upgrade. The other thing I did when I first got the vehicle is I like the red recovery hooks when I see them on other vehicles. So I tried to research this, and I found out that I could get these for the front, and these are covers. I'll put the links for those on there. I think the name of the company is Towkz, Towkz. I just like the way the red looks. It's preferable to do the covers if you can, because if something happens, you just remove the covers. If you have to tow anything, you just remove the covers. You can replace the covers. On the back of the vehicle, I went ahead and painted these. Now the tow hooks on the back are wider, or thicker in diameter, I should say, than the ones in the front. So I just went and painted those, and someone had a video on how to paint them. If you look at them really, really closely, which I'm not going to zoom in, you can see they're not perfectly nice and even. It's because of the welding. It's hard to get a nice clean edge on that when you have the welding, but I just like the way that looks. I also went and added the WeatherTech. That's the XL 24-inch bump step. That's a generic bump step for their trucks, their vehicles. It's not specific for the Raptor. I went ahead and put these Ranger vinyl inlays. I went and looked at the links for this on eBay, and it says the listing has been removed for user posting violations, but you can find these anywhere. I just like the black with the red outline. I've seen them in all red. I've seen them in all black. I love personally, I'm a big fan of the white vehicles with the black and red theme. Eventually I may do calipers, aftermarket calipers in red. If not, either get covers or paint them so that they look a lot nicer. Let's see. I went in, I mean, this is pretty simple stuff. This is really not video worthy, but I'll mention anyway. The cargo net on eBay, and then if somebody wants to post some ideas on how to do bed lighting, whether it's on one of the auxiliary switches inside or hooked up where it just comes on automatically, I'd be open to that. But for now, I just bought a $30 cheap set, just a battery power button in case it's I need to get some light in here. It doesn't look like it's a lot now, but when it's dark in here, that LED light strip lights up a lot, and you can see they're not even good quality. They already have a batch that have gone bad. But again, anybody would like to reply on some options for some bed lights, that would be a great idea. You could put that on there for me. Let's see, I did this, this is from Amazon, just a little stubby antenna. Everybody wonders why we put those giant antennas on there, but it was 20, 30 bucks, something like that. Screws on, the other one screws off, this screws right on. And it's, I mean, I can't even tell it in terms of reception. It's perfect, works great. Let's see, I have, sorry, I'm looking at my list here of other things I've done. Well, let's go over the lights. So this place, M&R Performance, you'll see the link down there. They've come out with some really great lighting for these trucks, and they're specific. They have a really, really great YouTube channel that shows specifically how to install them, how to wire them. So this one here, the first ones I got here, called the reverse lights. Despite the name, they're not actually hooked up to the reverse lighting system. They're just reverse, meaning they show off the back of the truck. I have these on auxiliary switch number 4, and where I show you, in case you haven't seen the schematics for that, where you see this light here, right under there and to the left about right here is where the 2 sets of wires are for the back. I believe those are 4 and 6. I'm not sure of that, but they're on the schematics. And then the other thing I got from, and this is M&R, but also Tin House, which also has another sister company by the same owners called 420 Performance. That's 420 Performance. They're the ones that hooked me up with the M&R because they're local. I like to support the local businesses, so instead of ordering directly from M&R, I ordered them from the Tin House Customs or 420 Performance. This is their 40-inch Pro light bar. This is an excellent bar. It's the first one that I found that's actually made for the Ranger Raptor. It's I've seen some before that are pretty much generic. You can just get some brackets and mount them and hook them up. A lot of those have switches on them already. These are made without switches naturally because they assume you're going to wire them into your auxiliary switches. And it's a curved bar, so it fits the curvature of the grill. And they get mounted. The grill does have to come off. They're mounted. The mounts are bolted in behind the grill, and then the mounts stick out, and then you just attach the bar to the top of the mount there. So this is the Pro Light bar. This has an amber color, and it has a white color. So I have the amber color on auxiliary 2 as a day running light, and then number 5 is the higher amperage switch that I have if I want to put the lights on at night. And the videos on YouTube for M&R, they have some good videos that shows you the how they light up at night with your high beams, regular beams, and with and without the light bar, and then with the light bar. So it's actually a great set to have for your vehicle. It's not an expensive bar, which you don't want if you're going to get a nice vehicle, but the quality, it seems really good and very durable. The other thing I got for the front are the little amber markers, and this is from LED F-150 LED company. They were made specifically for the regular Raptor, for aftermarket grills for the Raptor. So if I show you a little bit of a close-up here, you can see that they're not flush inside. They do stick out a little bit. These are, for me, temporary until someone makes them that fit perfectly in that little slot. I've seen some videos where people take these 2 areas and these 2 and they put 4 in there. Not that they don't look nice, but this is the original look that I was going for with the regular Raptor with the 3 marker lights. Also, there's some cheaper versions of this for a little bit less money. I think the fitment is a little better, but they have like right in here you'll see like 3 or 4 dots of space and then 3 or 4 dots more, and it was just a spotty look. These have that nice orange glow to them, and that's what I liked about these lights. The other thing that I did was this front Ford emblem here. This is a place called Rocky Mountain Graphics. It's a place that started making graphics specifically for the Ranger Raptor. There's another guy on YouTube that's got some, I don't even remember the name. I might just link his channel when I can find it. He's got some really good videos. He's a really good do-it-yourself guy, and I got some good information from his channel. This was originally, Rocky Mountain Graphics originally was just solid letters, and they have, if you look at their swatch on there, I don't know, 25, 30 different colors, white, different shades of red, reflective, non-reflective. But they also made them with just the outlines, is what I wanted. I just wanted a subtle look of the red. I didn't really want a lot of like solid red color on the car. I just like the accents. The only downside when you get just the outline letters, they are a little bit more tricky to put on. If you were to look at this really, really closely, you'll see some minor imperfections in the alignment, but from about this distance here, they look fine to me. The other thing that the Rocky Mountain Graphics, and this is the most recent thing I put on as I do the walk around, are the reflective Ranger, or I'm sorry, the reflective Raptor insert letters. These are pretty inexpensive, and I just like the touch that it added. When I bought the front FORD letters, they actually included just this far, well, I guess you can put it in either one, but they included just an R with it. And you can just put, if you want it, it makes it look like Raptor R, which it's not, but it does look nice. But I just like that subtle look of that there. Just looking over the rest, I think I covered everything. Cargo net. Well, I got the Raptor license plate, which I liked, and I just got in for my local Stanley Cup Championship Florida Panthers, my vanity plate custom. I did want either 24 Cup for Stanley Cup or Cup 24. I went the day after the Panthers won the Stanley Cup, and both of those were taken. So on the spur of the moment, I had to think of something, so I just got Cup in the middle of the 24 numbers there. So again, these are the different upgrades. I'll put links into my description down below. I'll do one more quick walk around in case you get any ideas. I would love it if someone else could put some ideas on things that they've done with their vehicle, because, you know, let's face it, that's how a lot of us get the ideas that we use. So again, that's it. Any questions, please drop them in the comments. Appreciate it. Thank you.